Hi everyone, so this is going to be my end of November updates, and first thing to point out is I did end up lowering the lights on most of my shelves. Some of them I didn't, just because the way the plants are set up, I wasn't sure if it was really going to work, but I guess that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to get into the updates. So my first update is this Vanda lamellatta, and it has a flower spike. So that's really exciting. I don't think it's specifically because I made a light change, because that would have been too quick, but yeah, I'm glad it's finally in spike. The spike seems to be growing this time. The last time where it tried growing a spike, it didn't really actually grow. So this one I see progress, so that's really good. These guys are my Paraphal laycockii seedlings. They're doing well. And this one is my Dendrobium Sherry Abe, and I believe there's 3 spikes. There's one there. This is the second one. This one is the third one. Not quite a spike yet, but you can see it's definitely coming out. And this is my Gongora portentosa. So far, any new growth hasn't really been doing well. I can see that one in the back there. It kind of just dried up. So this is the latest new growth. Seems pretty healthy. I'm not sure what's going on, why they kind of just fail though. And this is my Paphiopedilum Lynleigh Koopowitz, and it doesn't look good at all. These 2 leaves are dying, and I mean there's a new leaf here, so I think that's okay. I think it's spider mite. I have sprayed it a few times. I probably need to give it another spray, but we'll see how that goes. This is my Dendrobium draconis, and it's in bud, so that's really good. This is my Cattleya mossiae. Unfortunately, this growth kind of died back, but there's a new growth starting there, and it's actually pushing out roots now, so that's a really good sign that it's doing well. And this is my Angraecum pseudofilicornu, and I don't think it's alive actually. This whole part looks dried up. I'll keep it until it's like completely dead, just to be sure. Or I might move this in the enclosed space at the bottom there. And this is my SLC World Vacation Shibuya Sunset. In my last video, I showed 2 of these because I had divided the plant. I decided just to chuck the other one because in the time I've had it, there was no progress and it was getting worse. And I'd rather just spend time on one that's doing well. So that's why I kept this one. It's pushing out roots, has a new growth here, and then also here. It's going into the pot, which is what I don't want. But I think because the light is lowered down now and it's a little bit more directly above this plant, I'm hoping this will just make its way back up. And this is Ctsm gladiatorium crossed with barbatum, and leaves are starting to turn yellow, so it's just starting to like go to sleep. And these are my Dendrobium tobaense seedlings. The last 2 survivors. This one is starting to look worse. This pseudobulb used to be really green. That's turning yellow. It's losing leaves here. This one's really tiny, but I see something growing in this pseudobulb. So I have a feeling this one will do better than this one overall, but we'll see. And these are my remaining Paraphal laycockii seedlings. I donated the other 3 to our little Christmas auction, so I want to get rid of those. I do want to get rid of these eventually. I'm going to keep the 2 big ones and the one on the kulog, but because these ones don't look as good, I didn't want to bring them to the auction, so I'm going to wait for these to do a little bit better first before I get rid of them. And this is my Clowesia Northen, and it's also starting to go dormant. I may repot it. This latest growth was not... I mean, compared to the last few growths, or the last few pseudobulbs, it's very, very small. I think it may have to do with the light, actually, because it was way higher. So I might leave this for 1 more year in this pot, and then if not, then I'll repot it. And these are my Vanda leucostele seedlings. They're all looking pretty good, except for that one. You can see it's kind of has an infection. And since there's room here now, I put 2 of them over here, and they're doing pretty good. Yeah, this whole shelf has been kind of rearranged. So this is one of the shelves where I did not lower the lights because I do have some hanging plants there, but I did remove the shade cloth on part of the light. The part that has the shade cloth is where I put my Vanda roeblingiana and Bangkok sunset. And speaking of the roeblingiana, I'm a little concerned that the last few leaves are turning yellow. this one as well. And then this leaf on this keiki is turning yellow. I mean, overall the plant looks fine. It seems to be taking up water and it's growing still, so I don't understand why that's happening. So this is my Bulbophyllum annandale, and I have it slightly isolated because there's some weird spotting on the leaves. It's more obvious when I flip it the other way around. I think it's likely just a bacterial infection, not a virus. I need to do some research online. I didn't have time. So that's what's going on with this plant. So that's my other Paraphal laycockii seedling, and that is my Trichoglottis pusilla, and I have them hanging on this rack now, so it's a bit closer to the light, which I think will help. So one very exciting thing happened, and it's my Pilotentheria tenoglossum. It finally rebloomed. I'm so happy. I'll do a separate bloom video for this just to focus on the flowers. And this is my Masdevallia amplexa from Orchidea, and it's in spike. There's actually another spike growing on the other side, so this is doing well for me now. The leaves look great. I think before it was having some issues, but I think it's fully recovered now, which is good. And these are my Dendrobium Lynleigh seedlings, and they don't look, well, compared to when I first deflossed it, I don't have a whole lot of survivors, but with my survivors that I do have, they are doing very well. This guy's pushing out a lot of roots. This one, it's hard to tell, but it's pushing out a couple new growths. And overall, whatever I do have is doing well, from what I can tell, so I think that's really good. And this is my Dendrobium bilatulum, and it has, I think, 4 buds on it, or 1, 2, 3. The third one starting here, and then there's 2 on this separate plant, so that's really good. And this is my Arangus punctata. Kind of annoyed with myself because I did see it in bloom and I was gonna take photos, and then I totally forgot because this plastic is not fully transparent, it's translucent. So I find that I'm less likely to pay attention to things in this grow area just because it has a cover on it. So yeah, it bloomed, it was really nice, and I forgot to take photos, so that's that. And this is my Phalaenopsis javanica, and I just noticed it's pushing out a keiki on one of the flower spikes. Alrighty, so that's my video for today. Not a whole lot going on. Stay tuned for this bloom video. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.